Greenwood is here today. That's him, second from the left in the front row. He's there to check on his international stars. But one of them has suddenly disappeared. Peter Shilton doesn't play today and is out of Wednesday's squad. He's home ill in bed, and this provides a shock debut for young Lee Smelt. Signed from Gravesend last summer, he cost only £15,000, but Peter Taylor rates him very highly and has every confidence that he'll do OK today. Still, Ron Greenwood has several of his men to see. In the Albion side, Brian Robson and Peter Barnes are both hoping to extend their international careers at Wembley on Wednesday against Spain. Derek Statham is off to Spain with the B team, along with Brendan Batson and Cyril Regis. They have another chance today to consolidate a challenge for promotion to future senior England squads. Trevor Francis returns to the Forest lineup after missing 2 games, and he must convince Ron Greenwood that he's fully recovered from a calf strain if he's to make the Spain game. Frank Gray, Ken Burns and John Robertson are in fact heading off in the other direction to join Scotland's World Cup squad on Wednesday. And it's Forest getting us away in their all-red strip. Albion in their stripes and white shorts. The rain having turned this pitch into an absolute swamp. There's not a lot of water hanging about on the pitch. The ground staff have done a good job spiking to get it away, but this pitch will play with a great deal of difficulty. Robertson. Chip forward to Francis. Wallace trying to fend off Bennett. And Bennett penalised. Youngster Martin Bennett made a big impression in this Albion side this season. Nice Mills. Gary Mills looking for his cross. It's a good one. It's beyond the goal though. Nobody coming in. Batson is there. Ball plays off Robertson and it's an Albion throw-in. David Mills with the throw-in in place of the injured Gary Owen. And Wallace, now Francis. Francis went a bit late. And Albion come away with Statham, and Regis breaks very, very fast and well on this left-hand side. Dean's getting into the box. Oh! An own goal of Bringun, and Forrest have done it again. And the terrible thing is it was the number 2 who did it. He's replacing Viv Anderson in this side. Viv Anderson's last appearance produced an own goal. And this shot now, we see it curl off the boot on Cyril Regis, and poor Bringun, it just hit him and curls away from Lee Smelt. Oh, unlucky for the goalkeeper, unlucky for Gunn. And Albion are 1-0 up. 6 minutes gone. So Moses now for Robson. Well, what a start for West Bromwich Albion. Wolf off to Frank Gray. Robertson. Touch in to Frank Gray. He's got to hit it. And Godden reacted and tipped it over the line. This was a good attempt by Frank Gray. Hit it strongly. Godden up and over. Corner already taken. And Remy Moses clears. As far as Stuart Gray. Gunn. Robson cleared his lines, and David Mills comes away and looks for Dean. And Dean on a chase here. Frank Gray will beat him to it. It's a loose pass. Casual bit of play then by Dave Needham. And it's Batson to knock the ball across the box, and Dean goes up and touches it down, and Robson was very nearly there. Oh, that was close. Robson arrived, what, about 3 inches too late. Here's Francis. A beautifully judged pass for Gary Knowles. Over to Wallace. No, it didn't quite drop for him. Batson there to tidy up. Picks up Statham, and now Barnes. Robson. Offside flag was up. Referee Stevens decided to play on rather than stop the game. There was no danger as the ball went back to Smelt. Stuart Gray intercepted by Moses, and now Regis is off on his own. Oh, well played, Smelt. Regis might have done better. I really feel that he ought to have done better with that half chance. Smelt did tremendously well, come well off his line, closed the angle down, and in fact Regis didn't chip him at all. Gary Mills now. Breaking fast, and Wallace. And Francis. Now this looks, well, as I say, looked dangerous. That's Walsh reaching for Robertson now. And again, David Mills doing the cover job. David Mills very, very much in this game. Robertson with the throw. Walsh and Robertson again now. Wallace the touch back. Walsh. Francis. They look for the penalty, and Francis gets up. He was quite certain that that was a penalty. But nothing given, and Albion race back up the other end. The ball too long, though. As Regis was chasing that ball in, and Smelt had to come out fast. No, it was Dean. Long ball up the park. And Dean very nearly got there ahead of Smelt. While covering. Matson missed last Saturday's match through an injury. Seems to have fully recovered. Regis, he's been out for a couple of games. Oh, what a delightful pass to Barnes. Can he make that count? Oh! Desperately unlucky for Robson, who dipped in on this ball. From the near post chance, Barnes tucked it up there, and Robson met it with his head, and it missed the far post, what, by about 3 inches. Peter Taylor and Brian Clough down there, and Ron Fenton as well. Wondering how they're going to get back in this game. Frank Gray breaking on the far side to Walsh. Putting this together neatly, that's Francis. And to Stuart Gray. Regis challenge, but the ball drops to Gary Mills. Bennett was always going to be first to that. Statham to Barnes. Statham again. Touch inside to Robson as Barnes streaks away down this left touch line. And Barnes is angry with himself that he didn't pick up that perfectly flighted pass from Robson. Robson really turning on quite a show in midfield for Albion. Bennett, very long legs, but he covers the ground tremendously well. Great acceleration. That little pass to Moses. He looks for Batson. And then David Mills on the right touchline. Batson goes on running. Might get there too. He did get there. And here's Dean. Well, John Dixie Dean, he really has no luck here at all. The last time he scored at home for Albion was, what, was a year ago, I think, March 1980. And Batson was the man who very nearly set up the chance. Well, it was a chance. He got hold of it to Dean, but side netting. Look at that rain. It's coming down in steroids, as my old mum used to say. It really is belting. I shouldn't think there's time for a Forest attack to develop. Almost as though Forest are prepared to settle for being 1-0 down at half-time. And Brian Clough, it's his birthday today. He hasn't had a present from his team at the moment. I wonder if they're going to do something for him in the way of candles on the cake at half-time and in the second half. Well, the directors have gone from their box at half-time. That's the last time that they will be using that box. In fact, this old antique stand, that's probably the last time you'll see it. Because as we tilt up there, this is the new portion of the stand, the 2 million complex, and the whole of that end of the side of the ground will look like that for the start of next season. So referee Stevens gets us away with the second half. Doesn't look as though many of the players have changed their muddy strips at half-time. The rain has eased just a fraction, but it's still very wet and cold and mucky around this ground. Forest then having to fight their way back into this game if they're going to get anything out of it. Forest third, West Bromwich Albion fifth before today's kick-off. Both sides aiming to finish the season as high up as possible. With Europe very much in their mind. And Wallace, a touch off here to Mills. Is he on for something? Yes, he is. It's 1-1. Just over a minute of the second half gone. And Gary Mills capitalises on a beautiful bit of constructive football from Ian Wallace. Gave him a beautiful chance and a well-struck goal for 1-1. Gary Mills. So, grim expressions in the Albion box from Ron Atkinson, the manager. So, a game now, right back to square one. That's Regis climbing. Stuart Graham. And it's Derek Statham for Albion. Regis charging off to this. And the ball just about trickled back to Smelt. Plenty of noise now from the travelling Forest fans, letting their team know they're about. It's Peter Barnes. Oh, it was an ill-timed pass. Wallace caught in possession. Now it's Robson for Albion. Barnes robbed by Gunn. A long ball forward from Statham, which has got Regis in. And there was pushing then by Regis, apparently. Referee Stevens claiming that there was pushing, though Dean figured, in fact, that Regis was being fouled. He was certainly looked as though he was held off there, wasn't he? Well, the referee is always right. Though you wouldn't get Ron Atkinson to agree with you on that at this moment. Statham's keeping an eye on Mills, so Gunn keeps on going. Ball to Francis. And once again, the lunging leg of young Martin Bennett kills off the challenge of Trevor Francis. Fine young player, this. Statham goes for Barnes. The throw into Forest. And Gunn looking for an unmarked man. He picks up Francis. Ball taken away from him by Robson. Only as far as Gunn again, though. And now Stuart Gray. Drives one. Oh, hit the bar. What a beautiful try. Gunn didn't know a thing about that. That was a beautiful shot then from Stuart Gray. Over the goalkeeper's head. Just short of the bar. That would have been his very first goal if it had gone in. Ball actually skidded off Wallace, so it's an Albion throw-in. Barnes for Wild. Dean and Regis trying to free themselves. That's Regis. There's Mills. Regis rushes back into the middle. It's Batson now. Low ball from Moses. For Mills. Looks good. Right across. And Barnes failed to convert it on the far post, though it was a desperately difficult chance when it came to him. But it was a beautiful ball across from Mills. He really did feel that one of the front two strikers would have made contact. Barnes did his best, but the angle was too narrow for him. Again, that was Martin Bennett meeting the ball firmly. Mills fighting for the ball. And there's Stuart Gray, robbed by Robson. In turn, robbed by Walsh. Burns took care of Regis. And now it's Frank Gray. Pass off to Robertson. Walsh, Frank Gray, Robertson. And Robson. Picks up Regis. Now Remy Moses. Mills. David Mills for Batson. Robson. Oh, that was Burns right in the back. Free kick obviously given. And well, Albion make Burns rue that moment. Batson, high hand ball that Weil got up to, and Regis tries for, and Robson is there. And Dean is going to score. It's 2-1. And Dixie Dean is over the moon about that one, as footballers used to say. The last time he scored at home a year ago against Leeds, and now, with the help of Weil's talent, the fight and ferocity of Robson in the box. Dean's there to finish off the move, and Albion are 2-1 up. So that free kick given away by Burns did in fact lead to a lightening of the pressures, and I'm sure a smile brought back to the face of Ron Atkinson. Certainly a smile on the face of John Dean. John Dean, only his second goal of the season. Mike Brown out on the touchline, shouting at the Albion players now. Calm down, slow it down. Watch out. You're in front. Stay there. 5 or 6 minutes to go. As Robertson takes on Batson and Mills. And a touch for Walsh. What a dinky, darling little run that was from John Robertson. Took two of them on and set it up for Walsh, and it didn't come off. And in fact, that's Walsh's last kick of the game, because Raimondo Ponte is the man coming out as substitute as Walsh comes away off the park. That really was a beautiful run by Robertson. So Ponte on. The chip in for Wallace. Ball wouldn't come down well enough for him. Here's Francis. He's away. Once again. Fine challenge it was of Statham that time, giving the corner away, but stopping the ball getting into the danger area. Mills with the corner. Looks good. Burns is down. Wallace turned and couldn't score. And John Dean hooks it to safety. Corner swinging in then from Gary Mills. Wallace thought he was on something when Burns put the ball down, but he couldn't get in as Godden bravely got there, and Dean clears the danger. Corner in again. And now Albion race away with Regis charging down the middle of the park. Mills with Barnes on his right. That's a defender's ball. Gray was always going to be first there. Just a couple of minutes to go. And it looks like Forest's unbeaten away run is going to drop. And Albion are going to climb above Forest in the table. Barnes, Regis. Oh, what a super save. That was Dean. That was a brilliant save by Lee Smelt. First-class cross from Barnes, near post header from Dean, and Look at the reactions of Lee Snell. Really got hold of that. Francis ready to move down the middle, but it doesn't matter anymore. Albion have done it. John Dean, the hero.